All right, what's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, cornerback pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so today we got Dez Bryant versus Janoris Jenkins, and this is 2017. And obviously you see Dez still with the Cowboys right here, but Dez is a beast. And you know what? Hey man, I was watching Jenkins. Jenkins looks really good too, so I'm gonna go over that. Make sure you guys, if you are a ball player, period, you play cornerback, DB, whatever. Make sure you email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for the one-on-one mastery program because I got all the techniques and I'll include all the other programs in there. All right, make sure you watch all of my videos on my channel. I got almost 800 videos where I show guys and I critique, basically show how you can improve your skills and get to the next level. Whether that be mindset, workouts, or just playing ball better with techniques, etc. All right, so let's get right into it. We got Janoris Jenkins and Dez in the inside. All right, so number one, maybe he's playing at different levels, right? Because we talk about that. When they're kind of close together, we want to play at different levels. I know they got a single high safety right here, back here, but maybe that's why. But any chance you can, especially if they're on the ball, okay? Especially if they're on the ball, go ahead and you're playing press man, crowd the line. Especially with a guy like a big, strong guy like Dez Bryant, he's a beast, by the way, guys. But Dez Bryant, he's not like a smaller, quicker guy. So usually their releases aren't as quick. So and with their feet and stuff, you know what I mean? So you want to get up in their face and get hands on early. So let's watch it. All right, so let's go over this. I like it. I like it. So understand who you're going against. You know, Dez Bryant, he's an emotional guy. A lot of receivers are. So that little extra little bump right there, man, that's gonna piss him off. And usually when those guys are pissed off, like Odell Beckham and Dez Bryant pissed off, they usually tend to not play. I would say not play as well. All right. So let's watch this. Now, I talk about the false step, which is cool. Like, unless I've had coaches say, hey, don't false step when you're pressed. Look, man, whatever you need to do to make sure you're in balance, you're in control, under control of yourself from a feet standpoint, as long as you get back to balance, you're good. Just make sure we don't go too far to where it turns into a back pedal. But he ends up getting really square, and then he has really good eyes, and I'm going to show you on the replay. So his eyes are really good when Dez gets out of the top of his stem to run that out. I'm gonna show you, but just be careful. You want to make sure that it doesn't turn into a back pedal. I'll show you. But yeah, his hands on him. Look at the eyes. You see that? He looks at the receiver first before. Man, I love it. Let him know. Let him know. But he looks at the receiver first before looking back at the quarterback. And I noticed a lot of high school guys mess up with that. But that was great eye discipline. All right, so we got a fade ball. Now, Dez actually catches this, but he doesn't get both feet in. But I will say this. This is actually really good coverage, man. I posted a video on my YouTube channel. I mean, he squeezed really, let me see. He squeezes really good right here. When they go up, man, that's good. You just got to strike through. I talk about little things like grabbing a finger, grabbing a hand. Make Dez make an extraordinary catch with one hand. Grab a wrist. You know, one thing I talk about is, yo, put your arm in the air right now, and then grab your wrist and squeeze really hard. Okay, you see how it constricts your hand? You can do little stuff like that. Also, when a guy goes up, really strike him right in the rib cage. Now, open hand, so it's, you know, you're not punching the guy, but like just be more physical on the squeeze. If you do that, they tend not to want to put their arms in the air. So that's a little tricks of the trade. All right. All right. So we're up at the top. We're press man. We're on the goal line. Let's watch this. So they didn't get that touchdown. Now this is a no-no for Janoris though. He knows it. He's like, oh shoot. That's it. Look, he says it. My fault. My fault. So this is a gimme for Dez. They're supposed to complete this. This is supposed to be a touchdown. I'm gonna show you. Guys, when we're on the, and Janoris knows it. Look, when we're down here in press or off, we're in the goal line. We got to protect what? They cannot whatever route they run, they cannot get inside of us right here. So you got to be inside shade, and you have to really be stout in it. You need to force the fade. If he runs a slant, this should be a pick all day for us, or at least a pass breakup. So we cannot let him get on the inside. Everyone knows it. Janoris knows it. Dez knows it. Dez is like, this is a touchdown, but it's a bad ball. So we got lucky right there, which happens. You know, I'll take it. But as long as we know, Down there, we cannot get beat inside. You got to play a lot more stout than there. And also, let me see if he backpedals where they don't show. You don't want to back up either on the goal line. So if you're playing off man, you're going to be what we call buzz feet or settle feet or blitz feet. That's more like it. So that's supposed to be a touchdown. And they know it. Everybody knows it. So we got to make sure we play inside right there. All right, so you can have communication right here. When they're stacked, you could do, we used to call it banjo, inside out, outside in. So basically, have one guy could go actually and press the point and you got the second guy off, and that's communication. Or you have in and out. So the first guy in, you got the second guy out. I mean, first guy in, you got the second guy in. And it's hard to show right here. First guy out, you got the second guy out. Let me see right here. They don't show it. So I'll explain that on another video, and I'll actually show you. But that's communication. That's the key. We're down at the bottom. So I noticed that Janoris doesn't like to really be on the line. He doesn't like to really crowd the line when he press. Let's watch right here. But I would recommend you guys, because look, it gets harder when you have to press a guy and he's like 2 yards away from you, 2 to 3 yards away. I'm telling you, it's a little hard because you have to be more patient. You have to have really good eye discipline. And I would say Janoris messed up right here on the sake of eyes, because it makes him hop. So his eyes kind of raise up, and a good receiver is going to give you a little head work, a little shoulder movement. So let's watch it. Watch the little hop to the right. All right, you want to be able to see it. We're going to see the replay. I'm really going fast on this too, but I want you guys to see it, man. This is a really good matchup between Janoris Jenkins and Dez. I like how he's matched up all game too. So watch this. You see the little hop? Usually when we hop, because Janoris has really good feet. Usually when we hop, we're looking at his head. So eyes must be glued to his waist in our press man. Must be glued. I like how Janoris usually stays square too. So right here, we're going to talk about this. Is, man, they called a flag on this. This is really good squeeze. And the announcers are saying it too. They're like, man, I wouldn't have called a flag on this. This is a great job squeezing. Okay? We're going to watch it on a replay and see. This will talk about the press first. Janoris, we talk about on my videos. Let's go back. On my videos, we talk about in our press, the goal is to stay square as long as possible. Now, there are different techniques so that you can kind of mess with the receiver's mind and make them think a little bit more and slow them down, being aggressive and passive. But at the end of the day, everything comes back to balance, meaning your feet, and then you want to get at least 1 to 2 shuffles in. Now, I will say this, and Janoris does this. With the guy like Dez, watch this. 1, 2 shuffles. Man, go ahead and get a strike in, okay? So before we turn and run, look, bam, strike him with that left hand. Then open up and run. That's going to bow him out just a tad bit more, okay? But let's say we keep going. Watch this squeeze. Be careful with the hands, but watch the body and squeeze, and he turns around. Maybe they call because of the hand, but look at this. This is squeeze. He turned, got his head around. That's textbook squeezing right, man. That's textbook coverage. And they know, you know, it is what it is. They're going to call that sometimes on receivers, all right? And it was a bad ball at that. But you see how when we squeeze instead of just running beside him, it makes it a lot harder? I would say Janoris Jenkins is one of the best that I've seen at squeezing. Now let's watch this. All right, so we show a certain look and then we get into a shuffle. Now here's the thing. I'm going to show you about the shuffle technique because that's basically all we did when I was with Houston. And we had a good coach in David Gibbs, who's now at DC at Texas Tech. But he did a really good job of explaining it. All right, so I'm going to show you. So right here. Okay, here's what you want to do. Let's say you're in, you can actually do this in man or zone, okay? You want to get read steps in. Now, what are read steps in the shuffle technique? It's literally 2 shuffles. And then we're going to read the quarterback drop. 1, 2, 3, 3 step. So right there, instead of us crossing over, and I think they're going to show it on the replay again, but watch this. He's going to immediately cross over. No, get those 2 shuffles in. Those are your read steps. So you're going to break on it, and if you're not able to make a play on the ball, which is a pass breakup, you'll at least secure the tackle. That's an extra 20, 30 yards for Dez. And he's a big dude to tackle. You don't really want to get him necessarily in open field. You want to be right on him. Let's watch it. Let's see how many shuffles we get in, and let's see if we're actually reading the 3. Nope, we're not reading the 3, and we immediately cross over. So it's hard for us to. Man, that's a hard tackle. That's a big dude. And at the end of the day, we gotta make the tackle. We have to make the tackle. But what's gonna put you in better position to make the tackle is getting our reading the quarterback's drop and reading that 3-step, getting our 2 shuffles in so we can get out of that break. All right, we're up at the top. Are they gonna show? They're gonna show the matchup right there. He lost his footing. You gotta keep your footing. So and they talking. I love it. But he does a good job staying square. We just gotta make sure. Look at his staying square. That's how you do it, man. That's how you play. Look at that squeeze. Man, this wow. Excellent job in the press. Excellent job in the squeeze. Janoris Jenkins, that deal, man. I never really paid attention to him like that. But watching this, man, I see it. We just gotta make sure we finish correctly on a couple of them. Look at that squeeze. Now, here's what you'll notice too. When we look back for the ball, what usually happens, even on a good squeeze like that, man, we kind of slow down. Make sure when it's time to look back, after we squeeze, we look back, you become the receiver. The squeeze, look at this. Wide him out, wide him out. So we kind of slowed down. Now, Dez could have still caught this ball for a touchdown. But for that last squeeze effort, that messed him up. You see what I'm saying? And I love it, man. Let him know you're going to be an annoying gnat in this dude's ear all game. That's what you want to be like, man. I want to go back to that. We still got a little bit more time. Let me see. So let's watch this again. All right. So he's reading the 3. Make sure, okay, it's a 5-step. Now immediately squeeze. And you saw that. Check this out. Look how Dez tempoed that too. So Dez didn't come off the line really fast right there. So don't be lulled to sleep. Don't let that trick you. All right. Make sure you stay true to your technique. Then look at this. We're gonna start squeezing even more. Just make sure we keep running. We become the receiver. Because Dez could have still almost caught this ball. But that last bit of squeeze, I'm telling you, it messed him up. He had to make an amazing off-balance diving catch, which is very hard for any receiver. Okay? I love it, man. So I would say this, man. Janoris Jenkins, really impressed me with this footage. Of course, we messed up a couple times. Like at the goal line, we let him get inside, and that could have been really bad. That should have been a touchdown if quarterback threw him a good ball, a decent ball at that. We slipped up a couple times. They didn't throw it. But press man, his press is good. I would say for us, just to make sure, like, crowd, get on the line. Like, when it's time to press, go ahead and get on the line, guys. It's going to really help you, especially with a big, strong guy, because usually they don't have really super quick feet like a little guy would have, right? But every chance you get, especially if they're on the ball, get on the line, crowd the line. Make sure you're on sides. Excellent squeezing. Looking back for the ball, great job by Janoris Jenkins. I'm gonna watch more footage on him. This was a really good one for you guys to improve your skills. But again, impress man. The whole, I have techniques for you guys, which will improve your confidence, which obviously will improve your play, because now you're dictating the receiver instead of him dictating you. But at the end of the day, everything comes back to balance with your feet. Make sure your eyes are on his waist, and in a perfect world, we want to get at least 2 shuffles, just like you saw Janoris do on Dez Bryant. And then just make sure we get hands in there too. Strike them. Just don't let them run. We got to slow them up. We got to disrupt the timing. And then squeeze. I watch a lot of high school guys. You can watch it on some of my videos where I critique 101s at these Nike camps, and you'll notice that they're just running beside them. It's a bad habit. Squeeze them. Janoris Jenkins did a great job at squeezing to the point where it messes up everything for the receiver. Just little things like that. Oh, and on that jump ball, he had great position, but he boxed him out pretty well. And Dez actually went up and got the ball. If you can't get up and get there, man, look, grab a finger, grab a hand, grab a wrist. Again, squeeze your wrist and see what happens to your hand. It constricts it. Little vet tips that I learned from certain guys like Bernard Pollard and Jabari Greer and stuff like that in the NFL. So that will help you out a lot. All right. Hopefully you guys are loving the videos and improving your skills every single day. This is for you guys who are playing ball, coaching ball. It doesn't matter. You just love ball and you want to get to the next level. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for the one-on-one mastery program so you can learn all the techniques and dominate the opposition. And I'll include the Mind and Body series, running program, how to go pro guide, kick and punt return series, all of that good stuff. I'll include all of that in there, okay? Stay tuned for the next video. Let's get better every single day. Peace.